your pussy. Fucking faggot. Oh my fucking god.
Hello.
69.
Welcome to episode 69 of Cocktail Twinks. Now spread them.
Don't wanna.
You said you would do it.
Glued them shut.
You said we were going to do it together. I'm doing it. Are you?
I glued them.
I'm doing it. Are you?
I can't open them.
Anyway,
What do you guys think of my hair?
You think of the haircut?
You know, this literally happens every time. I hate my hair for a week leading up to my haircut, and then I sit in the haircut chair. I'm like, damn, my hair looks so good.
Oh, like right before you get it chopped. Yeah.
He's like, oh, you have such nice hair. I was like, thanks. But I think I do like having my short hair.
Do you experience decision fatigue?
Pardon me. Yes. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Because I've been. Do you want to do line acknowledgement first?
Yeah, I'll do it actually. I just realized. Hello, everyone. Just wanted to do a land acknowledgement before we get into it. We are currently podcasting on and residing on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the East Kulin Nation. I want to pay respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Sovereignty has never been ceded. A treaty was recently signed in Victoria, and I think it was the first treaty that was signed in Australia because there was not a treaty signed when the land was taken. But I don't really know what that means for other states, I guess. Other states are still catching up. But yeah, white Australia has a black history. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. And free Palestine.
Free Palestine. But yeah, I was looking at the treaty like a little bit. It kind of seems like, you know, like the voice referendum. It's kind of like just like they just did that.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
They would like, it's kind of just like establishing a group that has more of a say in like things that concern Indigenous peoples and Indigenous
as like
groups.
I don't know, like a peace offering or like a truce of some kind, even though like we, or like the, like I don't know, like white Australia has already like taken over and destroyed this land. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
it's obviously like far too late, you know?
Yeah. You can't, it's very difficult to rebuild. Like reparations are a thing, or just supporting the community is like another. But it could lead to
or just like undoing the past, you know?
Yeah.
When I was in Adelaide, I noticed that there's like a much bigger like First Nations Indigenous population there. Like when I was in Adelaide, like when we went to the club and when we were like walking around like the city, we saw like a lot of like First Nations Indigenous people. And I thought that was interesting because I feel like in Melbourne, like there's not many who are like actually like First Nations Indigenous like presenting. Like there are there are people that like live here, but like a lot of them are like, you know, like mixed and stuff, right? Obviously not their fault. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. In other parts of Australia, there's a much higher like percentage.
Yeah, I wonder where's got the lowest population. It's probably here. Or Tasmania.
Yeah. I mean, I think Northern Territory is like the highest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I guess it just goes to show how like white centric Melbourne really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, sorry, what we were talking about before, decision fatigue. It's like when you can't make a choice and then you like get really stressed out.
I don't know if I get stressed out. Like that's just not really in my nature. But decision fatigue for sure. Or I don't know if it's like the same, but like I can't read a menu. I just can't do it.
You can't read, period.
No, I can read. But like my brain kind of just like turns off whenever I have to read a menu. I just like stare at it. And
when words are placed before your eyes.
Yeah. Or at least now I'm like, I'm not even going to try to read this menu.
But
I'm
I
just gonna point to
never.
a picture.
I don't think you make me. You make me order for you. Oh, you like the pictures.
Yeah, a picture
Like you like the
helps.
shapes and the colors. Right.
Right. But even like it's the same with shopping. It's like
Oh
I
my
just
God.
stand in the store and I'm like, right, there's a lot of
You
things here.
are so bad at shopping. I have never met a gay man who was worse at shopping than you.
There's just too much going on.
It's just like, just pick the damn fucking shirt. I hate shopping with you so much, but it's like, but it's crazy because like you are so like beautiful and you were blessed with such a good body, like specifically made for clothing. Like they don't make clothing for my body, honey. Oh no. They don't make nothing for this new. But I feel like, when you like when I go shopping with you and then we like try on like pants or like shirts or whatever, everything just looks like so good on you because you literally have that body for it. But you don't
Yeah,
know you
I
have that
do.
body for it. So it's like you just don't like. I feel like you need to have a deeper appreciation for clothing and shopping and the way that like clothing falls on your body because you're very lucky. I like would always like I love fashion and I feel like I would always buy shit for myself. I try it on and like either the legs are too long or like the waist is too loose or like I buy a shirt and it's like it doesn't look good over like my chest. Like my chest makes the shirt look funny. So then I would like give my clothes to Ethan and then he just like you look like ready to wear. Like you're like
I look ready to wear.
no, like you're like
Please
the
don't
model.
do that to me.
You're the model that like they put on the runway when they want to show exactly how they want the clothes to fit. Like that's your body. You're so fucking lucky. You have no idea.
Thanks, bro. But I don't even think it's like I don't think the issue is like trying on clothes and then picking which ones I like or like just ending up like not liking them. It's like I can't look at the shelves and be like I think that looks nice or like I want to try that on. It's just like
You have like clothing blindness bad. Like when we went to Malaysia and then I was like trying to go shopping with you and then you walk around the store for 5 minutes and then you come back, you're like, oh, there's nothing here for me. And then I have to like, not only am I doing my own shopping, but then now I have to fucking like drag you around the store and go around to your sections and pick out all this shit for you. I pick out like 5 to 10 items and then you go into the change room, you try it on, and you're like, oh, this is actually really nice. Like I'm going to buy it. I hate lazy people. Like actually.
I don't know what it is. Maybe I get overwhelmed.
But also like the amount of times we're gonna go out like on a night out and then you message me and you're like, hey, does this look good? Does this look good? Hey, I tried to dress myself. And then you send me these like 30-second videos of like you wearing an outfit that you chose, like spinning around. And then like you start getting stressed out and like upset in the video because you're like, I don't want to go out anymore because you don't like what you're wearing. Why?
I don't know. I think there's just I don't know. Like when I have a lot of like I don't have a lot of clothes, but I have clothes that I buy and just never wear because I'm like this is like not my comfort pair of jeans. I can't do it. Like I've worn these jeans like
That's Gore of my favorite comfort jeans.
I'm just cycling through 2 pairs of pants and like a couple shirts if you couldn't tell. But I have other clothes. It's just like I'm not used to it and I don't want to be like I don't know.
We need like fans to like keep track of like the shirt that you wear and like the different weeks and then like them to enter some sort of like psychosis, like psychoanalyzing it and thinking it like means something.
Like the Taylor Swift.
Yeah, like with Taylor Swift and like on her tour, yeah.
Yeah, someone's got an Excel spreadsheet, I know it.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I don't know. You're like I think you need to get better at shopping. But honestly, when we go to Hong Kong, I feel like you're gonna like Hong Kong and Taiwan, like you're gonna flourish. I'm gonna teach you the ways of real shopper, and you're gonna get me my Balenciaga city bag down.
I don't know, man.
I did want to touch on Adelaide quickly. Yeah, I didn't even get to talk about the fact that I literally went to Adelaide. It was so much fun. I got really sick, so at some point, yeah, I just like wasn't feeling that good. I slept a lot, but yeah, I went because Sam had a gig. So then I went to that event. I got to hang out with Jade and Lolly and Kin and Tiara. It was really fab. And I got
Do
to
you
hang out.
kin Lolly and Jade?
That's Gore, my favorite comfort character.
Tell them I said that.
I got to hang out with this sweetie named Chris who picked up Sam and I from the airport and dropped us off at Aracom, which was really nice. And then I got to hang out with Chris at the club, and then also got to hang out with AJ, who used to live here, but then moved back to Adelaide. He said that he listens to the podcast and like
Hi.
while he's at the gym, and he's like laughing at the gym to himself. And like, no, AJ is like so sweet and so talented. AJ is a set designer.
Yeah,
and then
you've told me.
he was like showing us like the shoot that he was gonna do, and then when we came back to Melbourne, he did it. Like, he set a car on fire.
I have done that.
It was fucking awesome. It was so cool.
Empty car.
Yes.
Okay.
No, there were burning bodies in there. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah. So then yeah, Adelaide was cool. I met up with so there was this like fan who was like messaging me, being like wanting to take me out to dinner, and then was like, "Oh, I'll pay like to take you out for Indo dinner, Indonesian food." At first I was like, "Okay, this is cute." I just thought that they were like a little gay boy, but then like I wasn't free, so then I couldn't hang out for dinner, and then they were like, "Oh, can we just like meet up because like I got you a present?" And I was like, "Presents? I love rewards." Like, you know, I'm a rewards girl. So I was like, okay. So then we met up in like Adelaide Chinatown, and then they gave me these CDs that they thrifted. A Janet Jackson CD, like Best of Janet Jackson, and like Bjork, Dancer in the Dark.
Björk.
I was like, gag. But then like
You didn't tell me
this
that.
guy was like talking to me and like kind of like flirting with me and like hitting on me and stuff and being like, "Oh, you're so cool," and da 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 whatever. I like literally thought this was like a gay man. So I thought like that we were keying. But then I did ask him, I was like, "How old are you?" He's like, "I'm 19. Ugh. I was like, "Girl, not this fucking chapter again in my life, girl. Like, no, no, no." And I was like, "Oh, you are far too young." And he was like, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." I
Girl,
was
you
like,
should never have to say that.
but then anyways, so then I just accepted the CDs, and then I like, you know, went home and then got ready for like my event. But that was so funny. I don't know, like I find it really interesting, like when like a really like young guy is like into me, because this is not even the first time that it's happened, but maybe because like people think that I'm like, because he even said to me, he was like, "Oh, I didn't expect that you were like 23. Like, do I have like a young aura? Like, I'm just such like a young girl. Oh, I'm a young fun girl. Like, no, the fuck I'm not. I'm a fucking busted old hag. Like, I'm literally a fucking busted old hag. I'm Chunk. I'm actually Chunk. Like, so I don't understand when like, you know,
Chungas.
young people are like so obsessed with me, but you know, I just like, you know, as a blanket rule, I don't think I would ever sleep with a teenager ever, or I would never. So yeah. But
That's
yeah.
a good rule to have.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, but I don't know. Adelaide was cute. I got like a bit sick, so then yeah, it was like that part was annoying. I went to Rundle Street with Sam. We did some shopping, went to Goodbyes. It was cute, and then we came back home. But yeah,
Very
so
quick.
yeah,
Very
but
quick.
yeah, I want to
Up and
say about Adelaide, their Chinatown is so good. Their Royal Botanic Gardens is so good. It's like such like small town like vibes. Like their beach is really nice. Like Adelaide is like so pretty, and it's really quiet, and the people there are really nice. And I really liked that. Like people be talking about like Adelaide's so fucking boring, but I feel like I actually would have liked to spend more time there, because like, I don't know, like I like genuinely enjoyed it. Yeah. And I like that it's like a small town.
Would you say it's like Melbourne but without bisexual men?
No. It's very like, the streets are like very big, and like there's not as many people walking through. Like their Chinatown is like massive. Like there's like, it's like a massive street. You know what it looks like? It looks like Claydon. That's their Chinatown. Or it looks like Glen Waverley, like Claydon
Okay.
area.
So more cars.
No. Like it looks like that street, like that big street in Claydon with like all of like the Asian like restaurants.
I haven't been.
Oh, okay.
So
It's the street that like Mini Maru is on. But anyways, it's like there's so much space to walk. Like the food is all so good. I think there's like a really big Japanese population in Adelaide, so there's like hella Japanese food there. Yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot of Philo people living in Adelaide. Well, I mean, there's Philos all around Australia, honey. Like many bucklers all around Australia. But there's like yeah, lots of Philo Pinoy people in Adelaide.
interesting.
There's like a bunch of Indos as well. Yeah, it's a key. I did like Adelaide.
It's a melting pot.
Adelaide, and the Botanic Gardens was just beautiful, like so gorgeous. Like I love nature and plants. And when I was there, I was like thinking of you because I saw all these plants, and I was like, I wish Ethan was here right now too.
In the Garden of Eden.
In the Garden of Ethan. Yeah. A lot of stuff has happened over the past few weeks, and I feel like we definitely need to get into it.
Past few week.
Yeah. But there's like some things that we definitely need to talk about.
Delve into it.
Yeah. So
You first?
mommy and daddy are going to have a talk. You can go first.
About
Your
like just in
life.
general? Okay. Terrible, very sad, depressing news. My dog passed away 2 days ago. Oh, we had to put him down. Yeah. It's very sad experience. I think like I'm kind of comparing it to when our first dog, like his brother passed like 3 years ago now. 'Cause his health was like really bad for a while, and we had seen it. Like it was very like visually like obvious, like leading up to it. And then when he did die, it was just when he was at the vet, so none of us like were around. But this time, like our dog's just been getting old. He's like 15. His like cognition has not been seeming like the same, and like the 2 nights before, he just seemed like very out of it and strange. Like I think it was on the Friday when I was just home with him, and then I put him outside for a bit, and then I couldn't find him for a while. And I was like, hello, where is he? He hasn't escaped, has he? And I found him just like hiding, like lying down asleep, like somewhere in the garden. And for a split second, I was like, fuck, he's dead. But then he wasn't. Not yet. He was just sleeping. But like, you know, there's that thing like dogs do apparently. They just go somewhere outside to fall asleep and die when they like think they're going to die. So there was like a split second. I was like, oh no, he's done it. But he hadn't. And then he was okay. But then that night he was like not seeming like himself. And then the next day as well, he was even worse. And then on Sunday morning, he was really strange. And then he started like seizuring, and he had a couple seizures. By the time we got him to the emergency vet. And then like the night before, we were all like pretty aware like he was not doing well, and we were like hoping he would just get better. But mom was like, if he doesn't get better, I think like I'd prefer to put him down because I don't want to see him like this. And we were all like, yeah, like I agree. But then, yep, it turned out that was the next day. So yeah, it was really quite scary. It was terrifying seeing him seizure because he's like such a small dog. Like when he's like spasming or whatever happens when you seizure, he was like rolling around on the floor, like moving a lot. It was very scary. Like I'm sure like a human seizure is scary as well, but I think because the weight of their bodies, like they don't like move across rooms. I might be wrong. But it was very terrifying for like my siblings and me as well. But, you know, had to stay composed because I had to get us to the vet. But then once we were at the vet, I was like, yeah, bawling my eyes out. It was very sad. But I'm glad that we got to be with him at the end. Like they did give him like a lot of sedation, so he stopped seizuring. And they were like, you could take him home if he's stable. But mom was like, no, he's just probably not going to eat. He's just going to stare at a wall, and he could always seizure again. And if we're not home while he's seizuring, that would just be terrible. So yeah, had to put him down. And yeah, it's really sad. I think.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a lot of crying the first day, and then now I'm just still kind of like coming to terms with it, but I'll be okay. I
Yeah.
think it's like the rest of my family that I need to
Yeah.
support.
Yeah, I mean, you grew up with Oreo for so long, you know, like that's your childhood dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you called me that morning and told me that like you put him down and then you were like crying, I like started crying too. I hate when you cry. Like, because it's like, no, because you have this like aversion to showing emotion ever because you think emotions are weak. So when you cry, it's like something has like really broken you. And that breaks me. I'm like, you had to get to that point. Like something so fucking terrible had to happen for you to shed a tear. But yeah, you know, Jack said something really sad the other day when I was telling her about it. She said, maybe Oreo died from a broken heart because of Monty passing the couple years before. But yeah, I feel like Oreo, like when your first dog died, Monty, I feel like Oreo was just never the same. Like I swear to God, he never barked again and he never smiled again. And like I think I did notice that like Oreo was like a lot more like over these past few years has been like really like vacant and just like not as responsive and just kind of just roams the earth. It's kind of how I imagine my great grandma feels. I have a great grandma who's like 103 years old.
Or it was 105, sorry.
But
Damn, she's 103.
she's old. She's like 102, 103 or some shit. Yeah, she's old as hell. I'm like at that point, like, do you even want to live forever? Like,
Yeah. That was yeah.
but yeah, like Oreo was and is a very good boy and a very like, you know, I could see how much you really loved him. You loved him so much that I would get jealous.
Yeah.
You know,
would. Yeah.
because I always like, you know, I always knew that Oreo was like, yeah, one of the most important people in your life.
Yeah.
And you know, I really regret all the times that I made jokes about Oreo dying, and I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
Because
you're gonna burn.
I'm gonna go to hell for that. I know, you know. But yeah, I did really like Oreo, even though Oreo didn't really like me, but I did. And I'm sorry for your loss, doll. It sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
But Jack said, she told me what she messaged you. She said that Oreo's in puppy heaven now.
Yeah. I was thinking of getting a video made for my family saying, it's me, Oreo. I'm in heaven now.
Stop.
But yeah, no, Mum was saying like, oh, like it's weird. Like the house feels so much quieter, even though like he wasn't much of a barker.
He didn't make a single noise.
I know, but Mum said he wasn't much of a barker, and I was like,
like a barker. No, but I remember Oreo's footsteps. Like you can hear him like pitter patter in the other room.
Or him just like scratching the door to come in.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh my God.
Like the other week I was showering and then like I was home alone, so I left the bathroom door open and I just saw him like walk past the bathroom door like 5 times. He was just doing laps of the house. I was like, what the fuck is going on with him? But yeah.
Yeah. But you know, I think that Oreo probably is reunited with Monty and they're having a key wherever the fuck they are, you know? So like, yeah.
Yeah. I don't really believe in heaven, but sometimes you can.
Yeah.
You know, when it suits you.
Well, I believe that like dogs
go to heaven.
I think that dogs like have a good life after dying for sure. I don't want to believe that for humans. I think we should all suffer and burn for eternity after we die, but not dogs. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. But your mum was saying like, she was surprised that I was crying and saying that I should cry more. And I was like, well, I feel like I cry when it's important.
It's sad. Oh, like, yeah, you need to cry more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think you do need to cry more, but I think you do cry at like the times that, you know, it's like a release of emotion. And I think that like when you really need that, you are able to like let it go. So you
yeah,
know.
I guess because I don't cry a lot, like sometimes it does really pop into my mind, like, would I cry at this funeral? I end up crying at like every funeral I go to, but it's always like, am I so like, like incapable of crying that like I'm gonna stand at this funeral with like dry eyes, not crying, and be like that weird? But that's not actually the case. I do cry when it's stuff like that. But I think like, I don't know, when's another good time to cry?
Yeah. I mean, generally, I feel like you are one of those people that kind of like suppress your emotions. You know, so maybe that's why it's harder for you to kind of release them in that way. But I think that like everybody like releases emotions in like different ways, you know, like, and just because it's not like you're not having like a physiological reaction, it doesn't mean you're not having like a mental or an emotional one, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I am sorry about Oreo. Oreo was a good dog, and Monty was a really good dog, you know? Yeah.
They're so cutie.
Yeah.
They're so cutie.
Yeah.
Did you see that photo that my sister posted of when they were younger? And they look so scary.
No, they look so cute.
Monty looks like a human.
With like the really long fringe, right?
Yeah, with the one with Ollie in the picture.
Oh, yeah.
That one scares me. I was like, I have no memory of them ever looking like that when they were younger. I was like, who is that dog?
They were so cute.
They were swapped out at some point.
Yeah. But yeah.
But that's me. I've just been a bit discombobulated because I've also got my exam later today. I left all my study for my exam until this last week. And then, of course, my dog had to die.
Yeah. It's like he knew.
Yeah.
Like he was trying to throw you off.
But it's also like we're going on our trip so soon. I would have been so bad if this had happened while I was gone.
Yeah. You would have like caught the first flight back.
I would have shot up the plane.
All right. Everyone, there's a bomb.
No, it would have been really, really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, at least you can spend time with your family before we go, you know. But yeah, update on my situation regarding my oyster boy. We like kind of had to talk about it, and like, you know, I think we like, you know, we made a truce, and we were like, look, like, you know, I expressed how I was feeling towards like the way that he was treating me, and you know, he talked about how he was like very in his head about everything, and like that, like he was just like, I don't know, like just really falling into it too quickly, but not actually being sure of whether a relationship was something that he wanted. Classic man who genuinely doesn't fucking know what he wants, which is why of course I said like I wanted to kind of take things slow and like and not put a label on it, because obviously like both of us have things that we're going through in our lives. But yeah, I feel like I've taken a step back. Like I think I do still like him for sure, but I think that like emotionally I'm just gonna take a step back, because like, you know, I don't know, like I don't want to get upset about it, and then that just like ends up hurting me more than anything. You know, like whenever he does something towards me or whatever, like I don't want to like take it so personally. Like I want to be able to like actually like emotionally distance myself from him so that I don't feel like that. And I think like, I mean, I guess I did have an expectation that like he wasn't gonna hurt me or like treat me in a different way, and I think that's why I got so hurt when he did. So I'm just trying to like still keep my expectations low, not my standards, but my expectations. And yeah, I did fuck another person though. And yeah. Yeah, because okay, like I feel like with him, like everything is always done on like his terms. Like he'll only see me when it's like convenient for him, but then it's like when I want to see him or I want him to see me, if it's not convenient for him, he won't do it. And there was like one night that like I just really wanted dick. Like I need some dick. I can get dick anytime I want. And then he was like, wasn't free. So I was like, fine, I can get dick anytime I want. And then I like put a call out on my Instagram story requesting dick. And literally by 11 p.m. that night, I was being pumped. I was being pumped and pummeled and cracked, honey, by this big white monster cock. Oh my God, girl. So like, bitch, it was literally the size of a forearm. It was the size of my forearm. I'm dead fucking serious. Turkey leg. I felt like I was being fisted by that man's cock. It was nasty. But like, yeah, this guy who's like been like kind of relentlessly pursuing me for like the past month or so, he like messaged me and was like, it's time. And I was like, you don't tell me what to do, but I was like, okay, like, I mean, I'm free tonight, like, sure. And then I was like at work. So then I was like thinking about it. But then I came home from work. I had this like splitting fucking migraine. So then I like took a Nurofen and I took like a mini nap. And then I woke up and I was like, okay, like I'm ready for dick. So then I like I went to this guy's house. He lives very close to me. He lives in this like fucking skyscraper apartment in the city on like the 49th floor. Like, oh my God, like, and from his room, like you can see like the city, like the skyline of like the city or whatever. Bitch, I felt like I was in cyberpunk. Like, what's good? And then so you know, I met up with him, just like a very tall, like you know, slightly funny, awkward, like nonchalant, I guess, like white guy. I found out he was from New Zealand, so we were talking a lot about about that. And I didn't really expect much. Like, to be so honest, I went to his house and I wasn't like really thinking anything of it. But then like, you know, we like started getting into it. And then when he pulled it out of his pants, girl, I like audibly gasped. I was like, where the fuck were you hiding that thing, motherfucker? Oh my God, Ethan, I'm like, I'm dead serious. I am so serious. It was literally the size of my forearm. Like, I'm still scared. And I cannot believe that I took it. I cannot believe that I took it in like 2 of my 3 holes, which have been like eternally ruptured. Like, I'm done. You know, I'm just like, I'm not like a young little girl anymore. Like, I'm an old, busted hag and my bones are brittle and I just cannot be taking like monster cock like this anymore. Like, I was feeling it. Like, when he was pounding me, I was like, girl, I was going crazy. I was like, ah! But I was also like, oh my God, like my spleen is like rupturing. Like, literally he's fucking breaking my fucking hymen. He actually broke my fucking hymen. When he pulled it out, I let out the biggest queef. It was like
I don't think we've got this level of detail in a while.
Girl, it was a mess. And he was like bending me, like, you know, like up, down, left, right, side to side, like, you know, like I've been there all night, Ariana. Like, that's what it was giving. Like, whew. Oh my God. I was just like, and it was so funny because like, so he has a housemate, but his door is like not even a real door. It's like a sliding door. So girl, I'm so sorry to his housemate. If his housemate ever hears this, like, girl, I'm so sorry for the performance that I put on that night, because I could not help myself. I was like, this is so fucking fun. Like, I can get dick anytime I want. I was having a fucking key. But then, yeah. And then like the one thing though that I noticed when he was fucking me, he like wouldn't look me in the face.
Where was he looking?
Like, okay, so like, let's say like he was on top and like I'm like on the bottom. Of course, I'm on the bottom. He would like look up like this, and then he'd be like thrusting in me, like, but he'd be like looking up, and I was like, "Look at me,
like in Missionary,
bitch! Look at me! I'm putting on a show for you. Hello, yeah."
You were doing Missionary, and he wasn't looking.
Yeah,
at
and he
you.
wasn't looking at me, and then there were like points.
That's the whole point of Missionary.
There were points when like he would like look down and like whatever, yeah, and then like, you know, he'd like look up again. But I kind of noticed that he just like wouldn't look at me in the face.
Maybe he's socially
But I kind of
awkward.
fuck with that because I also like don't like maintaining eye contact. I'm like, just fuck me. Like, don't look at me.
Okay.
And that's exactly what he was doing. He was like fucking me, but like not looking at me. And I was like, this is fab. I was so fucking, oh girl, like the fucking Niagara Falls that came out of my fucking tuntun after that, girl. He was so sweaty after we were done. Like, his back was like slick with sweat, slick with sweat. And I was like, that's how I know, like, you worked hard. So are you good? Why are you crying?
I'm scared.
And then I found out after when I was posting about it on my Instagram, I found out that he used to sleep with like one of my friends, who was a doll. I was like, oh, he fucks with the dolls. I was like, I knew something was like strange about him. Like something.
How'd you find that? Did the person just ask you?
Yeah, well, because I like have mutuals with him. So then like that mutual is like telling me.
Okay.
I don't want to. I'm not gonna out him or anything. But I'm just explaining this for Ethan. But then yeah. So yeah, he fucks with the dolls, and it's kind of fab. Like yeah, like me, the dolls, and the gay boys. We all stay sharing cock. Like that's what it is. But yeah. So then, and also like I don't know. Like when we fucked, and then I was there, and then I like went home. I was like, I felt really good, and I was like, you know, like. It didn't make me think of Oyster Boy.
Yeah.
Like I was just like having a key. So that's how I know that like I'm not ready for a relationship because I can like sleep with other people and like, you know, not feel any sort of like longing or yearning for another person. So
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, it was really fab. And yeah, I left my headphones at his house accidentally. So then the day after I like picked them up. After I finished work, I feel like he wanted to go for a round 2, but I was like, baby, like I'm gonna need 3 to 5 business days for recovery because he broke my hole. Like, what did Beyonce say? Like, you won't break my hole, baby. He broke my hole. There's just like a black cavernous cave down there. Like, I'm still in the process of getting it restitched. Did you book me in for the husband stitch? Okay, well, you need to do that because you are my husband. So.
I'm back.
Oh, sorry, you're so scared of this story because you're such a top. Oh, I could never go by.
Who is this guy?
I don't know. We
You have
met
to tell me
him. We
after.
met him
I have no.
when we did that gig. He was there for like a split second, and we both said hi to him.
Show me after.
My sister said that I have like a thing for like cracked out looking white boys. She said that like every white boy that I've ever been interested has always had this like feverish, like doped out look in his eyes. She's like, you have something about the eyes.
The eyes, Chico.
They never lie, but it's like, yeah. So I was like, that's interesting.
I have to see for myself.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
But yeah.
Congratulations, though. It
Thank you,
sounds
doll.
like
It was really fab.
It sounds fab. It sounds like what you've been wanting to do. So you did it. You did the damn thing. Just a question.
Well, what you want to do is not necessarily what you're gonna do.
I'm assuming the answer is no, but you wouldn't tell Oyster Boy? Or you would? Or?
I mean, what reason would I have to?
No.
If he
reason.
asked me, like, yeah, I would. But
Yeah.
I don't think it would be right for me to just like unprompted say like,
Of
oh,
course.
like I slept with another person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
yeah.
twice your size.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, because normally in my time, like I've always fucked on like a lot of short kings because, you know, some of these short kings, like they be packing and they be laying pipe right. So then like I was like always fucking on short king, but then I always forget what it's like to like fuck on like a really tall man. And it's like the height difference and like the hand size difference. And like, you know, like when he like grabs me, like his whole hand is like grabbing my like small petite body. And I'm like, oh. It's like so like, it's like hot. Like I like feeling like, especially during sex and like when I'm like taking it and I'm like when I'm being like a bad bratty bottom, like I like feeling like so nice and like small and petite. And he was throwing me all around the town, all over the walls, the ceiling, like the fucking bed. Like I was just flailing around, like, you know, like his little his little slime. Like, you know what they do with slime and like slime videos and like slap it on the ground and shit like I was his little slime. Like, and he was like, I was his fidget toy and he was fidgeting with me and he was fidgeting with me bad, honey. Oh, that was my wellness retreat.
It sounds like a cleanse.
The healing journey starts now. After like getting fucking destroyed. Yeah, the healing journey starts now. But yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, it was fab.
You did the damn thing.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
But yeah, oh my God, one thing he kept saying though, he kept saying, widowy.
Oh god.
He would be like, widowy. Like he would talk in that voice. You know that voice? It was like funny, but I was also like, you're so like, I can't believe this man just like fucked this shit out of me. And then he's like, we're fucking lying together in his bed. And he's saying, actually, widowy.
That's so stupid.
I know. Oh, what? Not as stupid as you with your like a baka. Girl, you
I'm
got your
stupid as
fucking vocal
fuck.
fucking stims too, girl. And you're a top 2, so.
But yeah. I don't. Okay, it's fine. He's doing his own thing. But I feel like if you were like that kind of like come to my rooftop house, or like my
Penthouse, honey.
yeah, my skyscraper apartment,
Concrete
and come
jungle,
get dicked down by my
tomato.
big white cock, and then he's like little widowy.
Yeah,
Like
literally.
just pretend, like act, to do some like
Oh, like,
sexy act.
you
right?
want him to be like all like mask and like rugged. Like, nah, he's just like a little like awkward white boy. I don't know.
Right.
But you know, what is it? It was quite funny. He like told me how he's like a Pisces. Girl, run. Girl, that dick was a Pisces. Like down. Ooh.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but you know what his dick resembled, bitch? It was a fucking
penis?
banh mi roll.
Oh.
That is literally the size of his dick. I'm serious, yo. It was like, oh my God. And I put that whole thing inside me. I took all of it. I took all of it like a champ. Like I wanted him to call me a good boy so fucking bad for taking that big meaty schlong up my tight little hole, girl. Like I don't even know. Like I just think like the human body is like amazing and it can do so many things.
What is happening to you?
Girl. Oh.
You were on a hiatus, I guess.
I know. And like, I don't know. I just like, and this is the thing, like I like when I think of things that like I would sacrifice in my life, like, you know how they do like Ramadan? Like I could never sacrifice dick. Like, I'm so sorry. I actually could never. And it's like, I don't know why. I just like, there's something about dick that I just like, I cannot let go. Like, I love dick. I don't think I love men. Like, I like men and I'm like attracted to men, but I love dick. Like, you know, and it's funny because like, you know, people will fucking point at me and say that like I'm like straight or whatever. But I've never met a straight woman who like loves sucking dick as much as me. Like for real. I'd be trying to talk about fucking with like straight women and they don't even fuck with it like that.
So you're kind of more like a gay man.
Like actually, and I think this is the thing, I was born in the wrong body. I actually genuinely believe like I am a gay man just trapped in this like little tight feminine petite frame, which is actually kind of fab. But yeah, no, any man who's ever had like an attraction to me or has had slept with me is gay. Like is gay or queer or questioning, bi-curious in some way. Like I feel like I'm always that crossroads like point. Like
You're
after
a bit of a gay awakening.
Yeah, I am the gay awakening. Like a man sleeps with me and then he decides whether he's gonna be attracted to boys or attracted to girls for the rest of his life. It's very interesting. Wake it up. But yeah, they call my pussy gay conversion therapy. Down. But anyways, so yeah, that was my weekend.
It does sound spectacular.
Yeah, thank you.
Good for you.
Thanks, doll.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is just the image of a big white cock in my mind is kind of
literally like when I was looking at it, I swear the shadow cast over like my face. I was like,
it's not that thick.
girl, it was literally like this, girl. And
Impossible.
like longer than this. And like,
Actually,
yeah.
is that reasonable?
Yeah. It was like thick and like, oh my God. I can't even believe that he could fit a condom over it. I was like, this is going to break and he's going to impregnate me and I'm going to be carrying his children after this. But baby, it would have been worth it. I'm going to tell you that much. Yeah. Yeah.
It can never.
Anyways, let's also talk about
Right.
our podcast, and I think I've been wanting to have this conversation. Yeah. So, Spotify reached out to us, as you all know, and we like agreed for them to do like heavy promotion on us. They asked us to do like a video for them, and then we did, and then they posted it on their Instagram. Honestly, I thought the video was like funny because it was like I sent them so much footage. I sent them like all the footage of like all the videos of us talking about like what we wanted to talk about, and seeing what like made the final cut was like just hilarious because I was like, we really had to be as brand safe as we possibly could.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then a lot of people actually messaged me, a couple people just like saying that they felt that it wasn't cute that we were being endorsed by Spotify. And that we sold out, sell out, went back on your morals and like all this stuff. So I think I just wanted to actually talk about it and I guess our experience and like the thought process behind everything. So yeah.
How many people messaged you?
Like a couple, like I think like maybe like 4 or 5.
Okay.
Yeah, someone like some DM'd and then some on TikTok and stuff, and like somebody commented on my TikTok like I lost respect for you. So then I messaged her and I was like, what's good? And then she was like, I'm a doll. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, let's actually talk about this. I just thought she was like some like little white girl, but she was like, no, I'm like an Iranian doll. I was like, oh, okay. So then I was like, okay, I'll like listen to you. But, like we have a podcast, and when we think of like this content that we create can only be distributed on a very small number of platforms. So, you've got YouTube and you've got Spotify. That's what we've always been doing. There's Apple Podcasts, and there's like another company, I think, in Australia called like Listener, but like I've looked at all their podcasts and their podcasts are quite small and really shit. Besides like Abby Chatfield's, of course, but that's like you need to be like a certain demographic or like type of podcast, demographic meaning white, in order to actually make it on an app like that, right? So we've always been on Spotify and YouTube, and then Spotify Australia did reach out to us and like asked us, if we wanted to be a part of their radar program, which is basically a program that is like, I don't know if they have radar in like other countries in the world, but like radar in Australia is like specifically meant, it's designed to like uplift and platform Australian creators. Because in Australia, like there are not that many like big names. There are not that many like influencers in comparison to like other parts of the world. It's not easy to make it in Australia, and especially us being so far from like the rest of the world, and we don't have the same like opportunities and whatever like lined up, unless you fit in that certain demographic, right? So like all the people in Australia that make it big are generally very, very white, very like cis, hetero, like they fit that mold. If you're like an immigrant or like a person of color, like your success comes from like the story of like your struggle or whatever. It's always in relation to like your racial identity. They have this program, and then they wanted us to be a part of it, where like, they basically just do heavy promotion of us on Spotify, in order for us to increase our demographic and make money through streaming. So we don't get money, like we get money directly from Spotify, but only through like people streaming our podcast on the platform. Yeah. Right?
It's just like a algorithm boost, or like shout out.
Yeah, it's like an algorithm boost. And basically, YouTube, we don't have anything with YouTube, but then we also make money from YouTube through monetization, right? At first, like, of course I accepted it because I was like, I did see it as like an act of kindness on Spotify's end that like, they actually, the fact that they noticed us and actually wanted to like put more money in our pocket, I was like, really gagged by that, you know.
Yeah.
I was so grateful. And then they they wanted us to be a part of like this, like an Instagram post, and then I agreed. But then when it came out, I think I did feel like a type of way about it, and I didn't really know how to, I guess, like really verbalize that or make sense of it. You know, and to the people that, you know, DM'd me and I got into a couple arguments with online, like, I'm sorry for coming on so being very defensive or being strong about how I felt, because I think like I didn't really know. But I guess like what someone pointed out to me was that there is a difference between distributing on a platform like this, but then like actively being like endorsed by them.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I think that has been very morally conflicting for me. You know, I know like, of course, Spotify's deal with, you know, funding like AI, like research in like military weaponry.
Yeah.
I know about Spotify making deals with ICE for ICE recruitment ads.
Yeah.
YouTube and Google do the exact same thing. I like saw like a post about how like Google and YouTube have like poured like $3 million into ICE recruitment ads. Spotify is like 74K. Meta is like 2.8, I think. And then also Google and YouTube have a deal with Netanyahu to spread Israeli propaganda through advertising as well. You know, so like these two platforms, which you and I like need to like rely on in order to like run our podcast and also be paid, are like extremely corrupt and extremely fucking wicked and fucked up. Like they're just fucked up, you know. And I'm not gonna try sugarcoat it or anything. Like what they're doing is fucked up and it's wrong, you know. And this is why people are boycotting, you know. And I've boycotted in my life, like with McDonald's and, you know, Starbucks, and also like other brands that are like Israeli what's the word, not linked, funded, like Puma and like Nike and stuff like that. Like I don't buy any of like that new stuff and like fund them or whatever. I still use Spotify.
Yeah.
I still use Spotify and I still use YouTube. And you know, like I just don't know what to do. Like I feel like I'm at like a really, really big like moral dilemma, because of course, like, you know, we deserve to be paid for our work. And, you know, the only way that we can keep this podcast going is if we are funded, right? And I don't expect like individual viewers to put their money towards us, which is why I never put effort into the Patreon, because I don't want other people to waste their hard-earned money on us. But if we have like a corporation as big as like Spotify or YouTube that are able to fund us and we're able to rinse money from them, like that's the best case scenario. But then of course, like these corporations that are backing us are fucked, and like they don't stand on the same moral values that we do. You know? And they are hurting like the world and hurting people in the world, you know, and targeting minorities and like demographics of people. And it's like, you know, I don't know how to go about it sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely tricky. Like, we've been obviously very aware of the bad things that these companies do, like the terrible things that they do. Everyone still uses them. Everyone still uses YouTube. Everyone goes on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's just a part of our lives.
Oh yeah, Instagram as well. Yeah, Meta, right? Yeah.
It's just a part of our lives. It's very tricky to just completely stop doing all those things. And yes, Spotify.
Oh, and Apple.
Yeah.
Like we
everyone's
all use
terrible.
We all like use iPhones, even though we all know what's going on in Congo and in Sudan. Like, you know, and you know, not that I purchased like the new iPhone or anything, because I haven't, but I don't like, you know, I don't fault another person for doing that.
Yeah.
Like if they do that, but it's hard to be completely morally good and like ethically good in like every aspect of your life. Like I just find it really hard, you know?
I think it is impossible to be completely ethical. There's definitely things you can do. If you do not like what Spotify does, what it funds, or like how it even treats its creators, like underpaying them, like there's a whole bunch of issues. You can make the decision not to use the app.
Yeah.
We are not endorsing the app. We're using it, but we still post on YouTube. We still post on TikTok. You
But
can
in a
choose whatever
way-
you want, but they're all terrible.
But in a way, I feel like with like them promoting us and being like, you know, like listen to the Cocktail Twinks on Spotify, like we kind of like are endorsing. It's like a two-way thing. Like they're endorsing us, but then we're also endorsing them, because it's like having more people like listen to our podcast on their platform is also giving them like more customers, like people who are like creating Spotify accounts. Or I mean, I think most people already have a Spotify account, so like, you know, to continuously use it, we make money from individual people streaming, but then like I think Spotify would probably also generate an income from people just using the application for free, or like with like a membership or whatever. So it's just like,
But the goal was always to get a bigger audience and more people viewing.
yeah, you know,
The bad thing is that there's not really a good platform to do it. Like, you said there's
Yeah.
other ones like Listener. I don't know what Listener. I don't know who is in
Yeah.
charge of Listener, but who uses Listener?
I mean, honestly, like I want to get to a point where like I'm so rich, or like, you know, like well financed, that like, you know, like you think of like TMG Studios, like they have their own studio, right? Or like certain people like have their own studios that is like funded or sponsored by like some person or whatever, and that, you know, is, you know, some person who is not fucking Israeli or connected to like Israel, like ICE, and connected to like genocide and, you know, harming and killing people. I feel like we're like still not at that point yet, because we're still very like niche. So it's very hard to like I don't know. I think I have been having like a massive like moral dilemma about this, and I'm not sure what to do. I don't want to pull the plug on the podcast, but also at the same time, like we need to be paid for our work. Like we, you know, to survive, like in order to survive in this world, even outside of the podcast, like I do all the work outside of the podcast to keep this running. Like I work like full time, and, you know, I did like work a lot, especially last year, you know, as I've talked about before, breaking my back to be able to fund this. So I think it's just like, there's just a lot to weigh up, and I feel like I'm really glad that like people did message me about it, because I guess I have been thinking about it a lot, and I'm not really sure how to go about it. You know,
I mean, I think the main thing is that you do think about it and you do consider it, and are aware of the downsides to what could possibly happen to bringing more people to listen on Spotify or even to YouTube. But I think you just have to make the decision, like, we need to make money.
Yeah. I don't know. Like,
We're not like there was this TikToker who partnered with Meta AI to promote AI art. We're not doing that. We're not we're not promoting the app any more than us already existing on the app was doing.
Yeah. But then
Because
also
that's
it's like,
what the radar program is.
but then it's like, you know, like doing videos and stuff for them. Like we agreed to do the video. And honestly, when we did the video, I really didn't think much of it. But then like it became like a feed post. And then we were like the first on like the fucking slideshow. And I was like, oh shit, like this is like actually serious. Like we are like fully backed by Spotify. Like, and it's, like, I mean, honestly, when like the person who is like the head of Spotify podcasting, like shout out her, she's fab. Like when she hit me up, like it really did seem like such an act of kindness that she was like wanting us to be a part of this. And I do think it was. And I think that Australia does have that culture of like, you know, not everything is so corporate, like especially relating to this thing. Like she was looking out for us, you know, but then it's also like, it's like a two-way relationship. Like, you know, we get to rinse money from Spotify, but then like Spotify have us attached to like their brand, you know? And like I don't know if there's like a like there probably are a lot of differences between like Spotify Australia and then Spotify and like the rest of the world, but at the end of the day, like Spotify as a company is owned by and funded by like the same person. So yeah, like I just like I don't know. I think I've been really struggling this past week because I've been thinking about it a lot, and I sometimes struggle to know, like, you know, especially me and being the person that I am, like how to kind of be able to fund that and like live the life that I want to live, but then, you know, but also kind of weigh up the ethics of it, you know? Like I don't think like I am not like an ethically perfect person in any way, and I don't think that means that I can't like you can't like critique other people. You know, everybody has their own views and their own opinions of like what's like morally better or worse.
Yeah.
But then also at the same time, like I personally don't fault like people for like not like, for example, with this thing, like not being able to like let go of like certain applications. Like even if we didn't have the podcast, I know that I would still use Spotify to listen to music because it's just something that I've had in my life for so long. I have so many like memories and stuff attached to playlists I've made from when I was like 15, and like yeah, but it's really hard, I think, and I don't know. I guess I just wanted to like talk about it and talk to people about where I'm at. Yeah.
There's definitely like a bit of guilt
Yeah.
that enters your mind.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know, it's
I
tricky.
mean, yeah, like at the end of the day, like we are just people who are trying to get by in this world, and we're not perfect, and I've never ever tried to like claim that. Yeah, but it's just in terms of like this being our like creative work, a podcast, and then like, you know, trying to figure out the best way to go about it and like what platforms to be able to like, you know, be endorsed by or like be streamable on when all the fucking platforms are like fucked, you know? Like, I mean, I don't know about like TikTok, like TikTok just harvests data, I guess, but I don't make a cent from TikTok because YouTube Creator Studio is like not in Australia. So
I mean TikTok.
Oh yeah. TikTok Creator Studio is like not in Australia, so you cannot make money from TikTok here. If we could make money, imagine how much fucking money I'd be making because of how many fucking views I clear on TikTok, right? So, you know, we have to rely on other things like Spotify and like YouTube. So yeah.
I feel like, like if only 5 people message you, I don't think it's a concern of many people. I think it's still good to clear things up. Like if anyone,
but those 5 people like matter to me. You know?
of course, yeah. But like all we can do is clear things up and just kind of and say where we're at.
I think what I want to say is like that, like if people like, you know, make the choice of like not wanting to use YouTube or not wanting to use Spotify and therefore like not streaming our podcast, like that is completely valid and I completely understand, you know, and I would never ever like, you know, and I've said this even when we got the Spotify like deal that like I would never try to force people to like listen on Spotify because I understand how fucked up of a company Spotify and YouTube and Meta, like they all are, you know? So I just want to say that, like, you know, if morally it does not align with like your views or like what you want in your life, like I completely understand. It's like, you know, with like being like vegan and like not wanting to eat meat. That's so chill. Like I completely respect that and I understand. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, I think, but then at the same time, it's like, you know, Ethan and I, like, we still need to support ourselves and like, you know, be able to exist in this world with the work that we've chosen to do. So like, you know, we're going to continue to use Spotify and YouTube as the platforms that we become streamable on. And maybe in the future, maybe in the future, if we become so successful, then, you know, we can drop that shit and we can start our own fucking label or our own company and then have our own self-funded thing.
Isn't that still posted on Spotify?
I don't know. Like we could we could figure it out. Like we could make our own streaming service. Like you're an engineer. Like come on. Someone messaged me and was like, "Oh, like you might as well just get Ethan to take that job at Lockheed Martin and support you guys." It's like, oh my god. But they were talking about how like they're an engineer and they were saying how like 80% of the work is like in defense or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a lot of jobs that they have turned down or like not wanted to like kind of do further study in because it doesn't morally align with them. But then also at the same time, it ends up with them being like unemployed and like not like really knowing which pathway to go. So
I support them. I fully support that decision. I personally would not equate being a podcaster and posting on Spotify to working at Lockheed Martin.
Really?
Yeah. I think there's a difference.
Maybe
Let's be for real.
Maybe I just like want to like I don't know, like I just feel so guilty. Like I want to be a part of something. Like I want to equate this job of being a podcaster to being an engineer.
You can do that, but an engineer at Lockheed Martin, like the effects of doing something like that is a lot more direct than this, I think. Especially because like the effect of this is so small. It's an algorithm booster. Spotify, YouTube, they already have an algorithm booster that's meant to keep you on the app. We've always been on the app. I don't know. I think I'll read the messages people sent you. But sometimes
you know what this video? You know what this feels like? People are gonna die, and
girl, don't say that.
It's sad, but like inevitable.
No, I think.
Sorry, I shouldn't be on here right now. Yeah, I know. It's like, but I just wanted to talk about it on the podcast because I want to be very clear about like I guess where we are and where we stand.
Yeah, I'll read the messages people send you. Like I might be wrong. Obviously, like people have different perspectives and different experiences with things, and that's good to share. This is where we're currently at. It could change. I think sometimes like no one is truly ethical. I'm not even trying to like defend like the decision that we've made, but like they're bad things we all do. Like, hello, you guys have been listening to us on YouTube and Spotify. On
your iPhones. Oh, no. I don't want to I don't want to like turn it on other people, you know, because I think that like at the end of the day, like we made a choice, like we made a choice for ourselves in order to support ourselves and support this podcast. Like, so like, yeah, I guess like, I think it's really hard being a creative, and especially in Australia when there's like such a like in Australia, like there's such a lack of opportunities. For this to come around for us was like this is like our like hometown hero moment, right? The fact that Spotify reached out to us, because in Australia, like there aren't that many opportunities in relation to like creative work in comparison to other parts of the world, you know, like where you can just be like scattered out on the fucking street for modeling and shit like that. Like it's not like that in Australia. And yeah, I think Australian creators like could use really use all the help that they can get. So yeah, but I do want to make that really clear that like this is what we have to do in order to make money and support ourselves. And if you don't feel like that aligns with how you feel, like I understand, and I would never ever try to force people to listen to this.
Definitely not.
You know. So, yeah. Yeah, but we don't we don't get like Spotify didn't send us like a check or whatever for even doing that video that we did for Instagram. Like they didn't pay us. We sent that to them for free, the footage, and then they just like posted it on Instagram. And they actually tried to collab post with me, but I actually didn't want to. We both got a request, but then I think it was like too many people collaborating. So then all the other podcasts that were featured in that post, they accepted it, and then it didn't work for us. But then I was like, actually, like I don't really want it on my feed anyways. So
on my
Yeah.
feet. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
leave a comment.
Yeah. And this isn't to say that like I'm not grateful for like Spotify reaching out to us and giving us like this like, you know, advertising like deal. Because, you know, it was a big deal for me. Like I felt like it was a really big accomplishment for the podcast. But I think it's hard like knowing the ties that Spotify as a company have to like to ICE and to Israel, and a similar thing with like YouTube as well. Like it's fucking sucks. Like everything in this, every like big institution or corporation in some way, whether it's like a streaming service or like even like a university, all have some sort of ties and connections to genocide and like and killing people, and like war, and it's just it's really hard.
Yeah. Hello, universities fund Israel.
But then it's like I would never tell someone to stop going to university because of that, you know, because you know I want that person to rinse everything that they can out of university and then, you know, make it on their own. And that's kind of like the approach that I want to take with doing the podcast. Like I just want to rinse as many fucking companies of their money as we possibly can, because God knows we fucking need the fucking money. Oh God. And then finally when we're able to make it on our own, then, you know, be able to part ways. And you know, like I'm on that generational run, you know, so yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I have nothing more to say. Yeah.
But yeah, I really am excited to see the future of this. And yeah, I mean, we're currently living in it right now. And like even all the opportunities that I've gotten through the podcast success, like being able to do modeling and being able to like, you know, MC and stuff. I really want to do like a live episode for sure. And I mean, that would be fully ethical because we would just do the episode and people would come and the money would go towards us. Although we'd have to check the business that we are hosting the episode at. And they're most likely going to be tied to Israel in some way. So, we can't escape, you know. Oh, God, it's disgusting. Australia has fucking like deep ties with Israel. And like, I know that like the US does as well. But Australia is like it's fucked. Like our government and like I don't know, even in like when you see like documentaries of like all these Australians like living in like South Africa, and then they're all like super pro like Israel and like yeah.
How come your family left South Africa?
Yeah.
Just a vibe change.
But yeah, you know, I think I want to have more conversations regarding this with like more people, and I guess I just want to get everyone's perspective on this because I really do care. But I think it's
important. A discourse.
Yeah. It's hard to be kind of like morally and ethically completely perfect, but I am glad that we have this podcast that, you know, we can talk about whatever we want, and if brands want to work with us or not, like it's their choice, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that like, you know, we have a podcast where we can actually just discuss and bring light to really important things, you know, regarding us because we're so important. But also just like regarding the rest of the world as well, you know. Like the fact that we've been able to have a podcast where like, you know, we can talk openly about Palestine and we can talk openly about like social issues in the world. Like when I think about it, like I think there are a lot of podcasts that lack that don't even have that, you know, which is just like, I don't know, kind of like an obligation to me to be able to recognize like so much injustice in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I just want to see what more we can do with this podcast and, you know, how we can help people and like help a cause.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just at times it can be hard and it can be really morally compromising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tricky.
Yeah.
But please comment. I think we'll read them. Obviously, always read them.
Mm.
And I'm open to hearing about other people's views on it.
Are you open-minded?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I
Mm.
think I don't know what to say. I don't want to sound like the Selena Gomez clip.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh, damn it. I knew it was not Selena
Yeah.
Gomez.
Well, anyways, we're gonna go to Hong Kong in like 2 days, which is crazy.
Mhm.
And we're gonna post this episode like while we're in Hong Kong, and then the week after, we might take a break because we're gonna vlog, obviously, and that will be solely on YouTube. So yeah, we're gonna vlog, and then we might take a break, but if not, we'll be back to regular scheduled programming. And yeah, and I'm excited for Christmas and December and like all the fun shit that we're gonna do. I think we should do like a gift giving episode.
Dude, what? Like to each other?
Yeah.
You know I suck at gift giving.
No, but like, well,
I can blow bubbles in your face.
You're gonna blow spit bubbles in my face. You're
No.
disgusting. Wow.
Like that. No,
was
we could
beautiful.
maybe.
But yeah, so thank you for being along for the ride. It's very appreciated, and I'm very grateful for like our viewers and how much traction this podcast gets. I want us to get bigger, not too big. I want us to be at like a good amount that like, as long as Ethan and I can support ourselves without being too morally compromising, then that's all that matters to me. So, yeah. But yeah, thank you for being here,
Yeah. Thank you. Was my belly out the whole time? Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
69.
Yeah, episode 69. Wow. This episode got real serious real quick. It was kind of like a group and a gag to begin with, and then there was like, Mama, we need to discuss. Take several seats, Mama. Take several seats, like down.
Right. Let's talk about the political economic state of the world.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. We love you all very much.
Bisous.
Yeah. Bonsoir. Oh, putain. Anyways, I cannot wait for the fucking that awaits me in Hong Kong and Taiwan. That is like the thing that I'm looking forward to the most, and the food. And spending time with my baby. What are you looking forward to?
I think the food and any like naturey stuff that we do. Yeah. And vlogging. Vlogging's real fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Wait. One name. Excuse me. Do you shave your pussy?